So today we're going to install some Powerpole drift paddles. Here they are. They just bolt right on to the back of the Powerpoles that you already have on your boat. So I'm gonna let you guys follow along with me and install these bad boys on. Here we go. Here's our drift paddle right here. This is just basically a big triangular plastic deal here. We're gonna post. You can see I already got one installed here on my boat. To be honest with you, I did that so when I got here on the video that I wouldn't look like an idiot, because I've never put one in before, but it's a real easy install. I'm going to show you exactly how I did it here. First thing I did is I pulled my power poles down a little bit just to help me access everything. So let's let them down. Power poles down. There they go. Real easy install, guys. This to install that first one, not knowing what I'm doing, it took me about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. What you'll need is 2 7/16 inch wrench if you've got Powerpole blades. If you got anything else, I really don't know what to tell you what you need. And you're going to take off these 2 bolts right here at what they call the knuckle. Just take both of those off. Really simple. There'll be a washer here. Try to keep up with that washer and that nut. It comes off of there. Just one. And you're going to replace this with a larger bolt, and you'll see why here in a second. Take both of those off. On the Falcon, I'll just send it right there. Take a little convincing to get that bolt out of there. All right, now what you want to do, this is called the stirrup mount right here, okay? And all you have to do is you're going to take the stirrup mount. You got this side right here is notched out so you can actually adjust your drift paddles. You got one side, the top is going to be the one that has one hole in it. That'll make sense here in a little bit. But you're going to install it with the big side down. Just going to install that, put the little quick release pin in top. All right, so now that's it. So now your stirrup mount is secure on the drift paddle. So your next step is you're going to grab 2 1/2 inch bolts, 2 washers. Always install the convex side, the round side, towards the hex head, towards the cap of your bolt. You're going to need those, and you're going to need 4 spacers. This comes with 4 spacers. They have a little insert in them. You're going to need 4 of those as well. And I just used the self-locking nuts that I already had on my, that were already on mine. So, all right. So the next step, you're going to take your drift paddle. You're going to set it right up here on the knuckle. What I like to do is, if you can get that little spacer to stay in there, you're going to put it right on the back side of the stirrup mount there. And just get one in. There's a spacer that goes on both sides of the bolt. The spacers go on both sides. Put that right in there. Get one in there just to hold it up. We'll get the other 2 in a longer bolt. All right, so got one side in, and I'll come back over here on the other side. You got a little black spacer on both sides of the stirrup mount here. On the hex side and the bolt side. One there. Both bolts. Now, all you have to do is, I like to just take my nuts and run them up on there snug. Not going to tighten them up yet. Just going to run them up there to hold that in place. All right, so you're almost done. The next thing is you have these 2 rubber slip-on attachments here. And you can see that your paddle is attached, but it's not fully attached to your Powerpole spike. So what you do with these, this is just a rubber slip-on, just like they say. You'll take your spike. Let's lift our Powerpoles up just so it makes it easier to get them on there. Again, lift them up about halfway. Lift them up about right there. All right, and that just slips on right over the spike. They suggest that you use a little bit of lubricant. I didn't have any problems getting my spike on earlier. Sprayed my spike down with a little water to help this slide up and over. Of course, you're going to do the top one first on this slip over attachment. All right, so now that you're going to try to line that rubber slip-on attachment up with the top hole in your drift paddle. And all you do to get that installed in there is turn it sideways so it fits in the hole. Get it all the way in so it comes out the back side, so it pops out both sides on the back. And then you're just going to take it and twist it. Just twist it around like that. So that's what it looks like when it's all done right there. Probably want to just try to line it up a little bit better so it looks like that on the outside. And you're going to take your second one. All right, so on your second strip is not going to line up with the black part, the bigger part of your power pole spike. It's actually going to line up with this smaller part down here. So what you're going to have to do is take this insert that they give to you with the kit, and it easily installs with no tools. You just pop it right in. Do the same thing. Take a little bit of lubricant, spray it on your power pole spike, and then slip it right over the spike. And you're going to try to line it up with this back hole right here. And guess what, folks? We're almost done installing our drift paddles. A little bit of lubricant. Take it. Same thing again. Turn it sideways so it goes right in that drift paddle hole. And once you get it to pop out the back side like that, then you're just going to twist it. One twist. Try to line it up just right, and that's it. Now, what we have to do now is going to let our poles right back down again, so it's easier to work on that knuckle. All right. So, don't forget to come back up here if you did it like me, and tighten up your nuts on the knuckle here. The 7/16 inch wrench, and you are done. So there you go. That's it. They're installed. That's all it is to it. Now here's something that's really cool about these paddles are adjustable. So when I'm traveling down the road, I'm actually not going to have these paddles like this. This is how you would use them if you're actually drifting. This is how you can get varying resistance with these paddles. It's got an adjustable pin here. You can pull this pin right here. And you can turn them to the side a little bit if you want to make your boat kind of curve to the right, make your boat kind of curve to the left, or when I'm traveling, I'll turn them all the way to the side. Actually, I'll probably turn them all the way to the inside like that. You can turn them all the way to the inside like that. That way they're not slowing you down and causing you extra resistance while you're towing. So it's adjustable pin, so you can maneuver your boat. Total boat control, like Powerpole says. Cool. But you can get varying resistance, so you can slow your boat down as much or as little as you want to. And when you're traveling, you can turn them to the side like that and create much less resistance as you're driving down the road. So the Powerpole drift paddle, definitely got to have them when you're fishing up big water. Looking forward to using these things this week.
We're always on the edge.